Today, I'm going to be challenging myself to animate a jump in 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. Now, I don't consider myself to be a very fast animator, so this should be a pretty good challenge for me to see how well I can animate on a time limit. So, let's jump right into 1 minute. Actually, I kind of want to see how far I can get with only 10 seconds, so let's start there. So after mentally preparing myself for a few minutes, I started the timer and got animating. And go. I didn't pose the minifigure in any way, I just tried to make it follow an arc and hope for the best. You know, it's not that bad for 10 seconds. Hopefully the 1 minute animation will look a bit better. So for the 1 minute animation, I spent a little too much time on the wind up and rushed to jump a bit, but at least I managed to get an empty frame, which actually didn't turn out to be usable in the edit. But anyways, here's the final video. Yeah, not that great. 10 minutes should give me enough time to focus on the animation itself rather than just going from point A to point B. But for 10 minutes, we can't just use a boring old digital clock. No, we need something much more sophisticated and superior. We need the LADYBUG timer. Not sponsored, not sponsored, not sponsored, not sponsored. Okay, actually I'm not quite sure how accurate this is gonna be. I mean, I couldn't even tell whether it was on 10 minutes or 11, but it should be fine, right? So with the timer set, I started the animation. I didn't realize until about a minute in that I totally messed up the wind up since the arms are supposed to go back, not forward. So after a bit of hesitation, I figured I would just animate the guy doing a backflip, but jumping forward? It should still look decent. Hopefully. I also kind of gave up on taking empty frames since the camera was moving a bunch. Another problem I had with this LADYBUG timer was I didn't really know how much time I had left after it hit 1 minute, so like it could pretty much go off at any second. The animation turned out pretty good. A few critiques I have are, well, firstly the backflip part is a little weird, and at the end it would have been nice if I had animated the guy leaning forward a bit after leaning back so that he wouldn't look as stiff. But other than that, I think it's pretty decent. Shortly after I finished the animation, I was fiddling with the LADYBUG timer and, well, let's just say, yeah, it broke. It also took me a bit to get it to stop ticking, like I shoved a paper clip into the gears, and as soon as I took it out, it still kept on ticking. But anyways, on to 1 hour. Now I came to the realization that animating a jump by itself should not take 1 hour. So I decided to do some set design for this animation and put a little stream in the foreground and a mountain in the back because why not? So after deciding what I was actually going to be animating, I started the timer and soon realized how time consuming animating a stream is. I decided to make the animation as simple as possible so I could focus on making it look good instead of rushing every scene. After I finished the animation, I still had quite a few minutes to spare, so I just kept animating the stream until the timer went off. The animation turned out pretty good, but before you see that one, here's all of the animations put together. Alright, thank you so much for watching. This video was pretty fun to make, and I'm contemplating making this into a series, but I'm not quite sure yet, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these 1 minute versus 1 hour videos. And if this video gets over 100 likes, then I'll do another one. I'm also thinking about making some different challenge videos, so stay tuned for those. God bless you, and have an awesome rest of your day.